Hey everyone, welcome to Blarney Castle and Gardens. And it really is changing seasons at the moment here in the gardens. I'm standing in the middle of our Seven Sisters and we've still got quite a lot of late summer colour. So this area was planted particularly for the late summer. As everything else is fading away, this area really comes into its own. So things like the Rudbeckia, Verbena, Bonoriensis, one of my favourite plants, and all the grass is still holding well. There's some lovely drifts of asters through here. But in amongst all of this, the autumn colour's starting to creep in as well. And right through the arboretums, there's just little hints of reds and golds and different shades all starting to appear as the night temperatures drop. So the best way to show you that is to get up in the air. So we're going to bring our trusted drone along and give you a flyover just to give you an idea of where we're at the moment. So we're in the upper arboretum now, and as you saw on the approach there in the drone, this is really stealing the show at the moment. It's Acer rubrum October Glory, and it is glorious. The more exposed side, where the colds first hit, has already started to turn, and with this lovely, almost flamingo pink in some cases, but scarlet red, butter yellow, a little bit of burnt orange through it, a real mix of colours. But in another couple of weeks, the whole tree will turn into this kind of bonfire of colour, really. If Paul wants to come in a bit closer, I just want to illustrate the changes in colour, because it's really quite fascinating that as the tree gets exposed to the colder winds, the changeover, and you can see even just on one branch, this gradual change from the green through into this vivid red. But there's colour right through the grounds and gardens at the moment. As we saw with all the flowers, there's still a lot of late summer colour to be found. It is fading away now and the trees are really starting to come into their own. I love this time of year because there's always something new to see right through the year, but I think autumn's especially interesting. We all think about new arrivals in spring, but just as I was walking over, I spotted a couple of new arrivals. With quite a few different mushrooms popping up around the place, and there's one particularly special one just over the other side of the path here that I'd like to show you. So just across the path from where we were, this little fella pops up. Almost overnight in some cases these guys appear, and this is the sort of toadstool you'd find in fairy tales, the famous red and white spotted Amanita muscaria, fly agaric. And it's an interesting one. You can see the scale of it. It'll open up and go flat before it fades away, but covered in these little white dots. And it is highly poisonous, but also hallucinogenic. And they say that in Scandinavia, the Viking berserker warriors used to drink a potion or a concoction made of these mushrooms boiled up, and that's what would give them their powers. There's an even better one just over the other side. I'm just going to run over to with Paul now because it's just an even brighter red, and it's only through here in the trees. They like to grow, it's almost a symbiotic relationship with birch trees. So you'll see this little grove of birch that we're in. This is the only place in the gardens where they appear. And this one, if I can find it again, is just here along the fence line. But this is even more typical of, I suppose, the pictures you see. And this is a really deep, more vivid red. So a lot of red in the video today, but that's particularly interesting. But as I said, there's lots to see in the grounds and gardens, and right through the year there's always something new. So get in and have a look for yourselves. Cheers.